everybody, I'm Wyatt, and this is Vernon, and welcome to Squad Pod Sports, where we bring our thoughts on the latest games and sports news around the sports world, brought to you by the Sideline Sports Network. A lot of crazy NFL news, popping up. A lot of, popular QB news. Some we've been kind of waiting to hear on, and some surprises as well. And among a ton of other news, within the NFL, franchise tags have been made.
Cap casualties.
Tons of cap casualties already. It's that time of the year again, cap casualty season. So we're going to be talking about all of that. Of course, your NBA hot and not list this week, NBA news. We'll talk about the MLB a little bit because, of course, this is still going on.
Some more developments. No baseball being played, no games getting scheduled, but we got more developments for you.
But we'll talk about that a little bit. Of course, our bias bubble and the crazy sports stat fact of the podcast. So we're just going to hop right into the biggest news that's really kicked it off. Was Aaron Rodgers is coming back to Green Bay as of right now. Apparently the reported deal was fake. I don't know where they got that. That was already been disproven. So we don't know what the terms are in the deal as of yet. But
Aaron Rodgers even came out and said something about it on Twitter, where he's like, hey, I'm coming back, but that deal is not, I don't know where they got those numbers, you know what I mean? So it'd be interesting to see what he actually signed for. I don't know why it isn't reported yet, but he even said in the tweet that he signed because he didn't even sign the deal yet. Apparently, it's just more of an agreement on principle.
Exactly. So we're going to be seeing more Aaron Rodgers probably for the foreseeable future. My guess is he's going to sign a multi-year deal to stay there. I can't see him just signing a 1 year, but you never know. But he's going to be coming back to old Green Bay, and not only him, but Devontae as well, because they put the franchise tag on him.
Exactly. So they have at least 1 more year of that connection right there, where they can try to figure something out. They have another 365 days to figure something out with Devontae here.
Third time's the charm here, man, because you guys he was MVP twice in a row. Y'all made it to the conference championship twice before. Y'all got knocked out early this year. Are you guys gonna win a Super Bowl or not?
Or not. This is the year that they need, and I know they have cap issues, but they need to be like the Rams and go all in, make trades, do whatever they need to do to make sure that they build a team that's built for January football.
Exactly. At this point, your team is really good. Year in these past couple years, they've had over 10 wins every year.
Yeah.
Top of the NFC pretty much. Go at this point, what do you got to lose? Trade some of your picks if you got to. Get some trade some for some good players. Spend some of these picks you have. Because these rookies aren't going to put you up over the edge to win a Super Bowl as of right now. Go out and get some high profile players that you need to, fill some spaces that'll take you over the hump. Get that championship. Why not?
Why not? Exactly, because like I said, we just saw it with the Rams, and I know it's buying championships and all that, but for shrinking windows, sometimes you need to do that. This is a perfect situation for that. Aaron Rodgers isn't going to be playing football forever. The Patriots in Brady's late years. I know the last year we gave him nothing, but that's because of what we did for him the previous 7 years. Bill Belichick built teams that would make sure that they're going to be successful, and it's just, that's how you got to do it. And then, it came back to bite us in the ass, but we got championships out of it. So
that's
worth it. It's worth it in the end,
Exactly. And there's another team that we're going to talk about here in a little bit that's they should have done the same thing, but they ended up shipping their QB off instead. But I totally agree. The evidence is right there. These past 2 Super Bowls, Tom Brady and the Bucs, they went all in. Not only get Tom Brady, they got Gronk, they got all these dope pieces. Fournette, they got people on defense.
Yep.
They were able to put a high caliber roster together that 1 year. They already had some pieces, like Godwin and Evans,
but they
already
were
on the team.
A middle of the pack team, pretty much.
They went all in.
They got Brady and added all those pieces, like you were saying, and they accomplished their mission. The same thing with the Rams. They replicated the program there that they had, and they got the Super Bowl. So
I feel like the Rams, they were going to be bankrupt if this didn't work, because this is the second or third time they've tried this. We're no picks. We just got to go.
All right.
We've been going all in for years now.
All in on black. Let's go. Come on. Just spin our way. Come on. And it worked. That's the craziest thing about it, though, is that it worked. So, like, I can't say nothing about it. Like, Sean McVay got his Super Bowl second appearance, and he got his first Super Bowl, and he's super young. So, I don't know. I just think it was huge for LA. It would be huge for Green Bay if they did the same thing, did whatever they can, even if it requires trading Jordan Love type of thing. You know what I mean? Do whatever you need to do to get a Super Bowl within the next year or two. You know?
Yeah, and I mean, I think that's probably going to happen. I think, look, what you just said, I think Jordan Love's going to be on the move somewhere, because I don't think we're done with QB moves as of right now.
Oh, no.
We're definitely not. And I mean, we've talked about a couple of them, but I think that's not even going to be the last.
Floating around. We have some official stuff, and then there's some rumors about people in potential spots. So let's get to some more of the official stuff here. We had another huge one.
This
trade. Is what I thought you were initially talking about, but this was just a trade, not necessarily a signing.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson, man.
I was not expecting this at all.
I wasn't either. I really wasn't. I didn't think he was going to the Broncos.
McAfee. I wasn't even on Twitter when it happened. He was like, breaking news, you know, like the Denver Broncos or like Seattle Seahawks are sent. And I was like, no way. Russell Wilson's getting sent somewhere. It's someone else. Lo and behold, to the Broncos. I still can't believe it, man. It's wild. And the Broncos traded two first round picks, 2 second-round picks, a 5th-round pick, Drew Lock, Shelby Harris on D-line, and they also traded the tight end Noah Fant to the Seahawks. And the Seahawks just gave him Russell Wilson and a 4th-round pick in return.
They're a team that won 7 games last year, you know? Seattle won 7 as well, and it seemed a lot worse, but I just feel like Denver, good couple pieces. I don't know about a Super Bowl this year, but they could build around Russ now. Like for the last how many years? 6 years since Peyton's gone, 7 years, however long it's been. They've been
having
fumbling around.
QB issues.
They don't know who's the quarterback from game to game, let alone year to year. You know, so they have their man now. They can focus on everything else. This is perfect for them. That AFC West is going to be dangerous next year, man.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. It's going to be tough, you know, if you want to win that division or try to make it in them playoffs. I mean, you got Herbert. Who knows what's going on with Las Vegas now? I mean, there's rumors about Derek Carr being on the move, possibly. Or who they might get. Who knows? It might be better than Derek Carr.
I think if you get rid of Derek Carr, you got to have Mariota step in, you know?
Yeah, or else unless you know who you're trading for somebody that has experience that's better than Derek Carr in some way.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, who knows what if they try to do that. But yeah, I would assume it would be Mariota that will be stepping into his shoes there.
Yeah, but I wasn't really expecting Russell Wilson to go to the Broncos, man. It surprised me so much.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people think this is going to put them up over the hump. They think that's going to be like the Broncos are going to be, contenders now all of a sudden. I don't know if it's going to happen all of a sudden. I don't think it's going to be this year. I think it's going to take a year or two for the process to kind of take hold. They're going to try to build. See, that first year is going to see what they need, and then go from there. It's
going to be tough, especially with, like you were saying, the Chiefs, the Raiders, and the Chargers are all finished ahead of them in the division last year. The Broncos finished last, so
they started off pretty well.
They started
off like 5-0 or 4-0 or something.
But they were fake tough guys, so we figured it out after 4 or 5 weeks. We all knew they're fake tough guys. Them and Carolina,
Yeah.
But hey, we'll see what happens. I think they could definitely be second in that division, depending on how things fall for them. But the Chiefs are still the team to beat there.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think it's going to be Chiefs and then the Chargers probably fighting for that. With them for that one spot or that second spot.
Yeah.
Wild move. Who knows? It's going to be weird seeing Russell Wilson in orange and blue.
It is going to be super weird. I'm not ready for it,
Yeah. But... And like I mentioned before, the Seahawks, that was probably a team, that should have went all in to try to put whatever around him. And I mean, they kind of tried, I guess. What was that trade? They traded like 2 firsts or 3 firsts
for Jamal Adams.
Yeah, Jamal Adams. But they needed to do a lot more, especially on that O-line to help him out. But I mean, they had DK, they had Tyler Lockett.
They needed
Chris
O-line
Carson
help.
was nice.
They were doing some good things there, but they needed O-line help over everything,
Absolutely. And then you had that was a surprise. But then you had that just happened today. a huge surprise that nobody was expecting as of yet. Carson Wentz is on the move yet again. 1 year in Indy.
Oh, man.
Going to the Eagles' division rival, the Washington Commanders.
And now he's got to play the Eagles twice a year.
Yes, he's got to play the Eagles twice a year. He's got to play Jalen Hurts twice a year.
It's like Donovan McNabb all over again.
It is. It straight up is. But the Colts got a 2022 third-round pick, a 2023 third-round pick that can become a second if Carson plays more than 70% of his snaps. One snap tracker is on it yet again.
One of them situations again, huh?
And also a 2022 second-round pick as well. And the Commanders got Carson Wentz and a 2022 second-round pick. It must have been, higher and lower picks that they traded in that second round.
Swapped.
But yeah, the Washington Commanders now have a QB. I probably would roll with Taylor Heineke instead of making this deal for Carson Wentz. To be, in my opinion,
honestly, they didn't give up too much for him.
Yeah.
So like,
but I feel like it wasn't that much of an upgrade over Taylor Heineke, who was decent for him.
I feel like Carson Wentz's ceiling is higher than Heineke's though, where they both got pretty much like the same floor. They're going to be average quarterbacks, but Carson could potentially be, balling. So we'll see what happens.
I mean, I think it's pretty concerning that his boy Frank Reich, who stuck his neck out, tried to get him. They weren't able to make it work there.
Yeah.
After 1 year. So it's pretty concerning. Like, is Ron Rivera going to be able to do this, man? I don't know. If Frank Reich couldn't do it, I don't know if Ron Rivera is going to be able to do it over Washington.
I don't know. Well, we'll see. That's very interesting.
But there was actually a story, apparently. Carson Wentz reached out to the owner of the Colts, Jim Irsay, to clear the air, and Irsay declined. He said,
wow.
Nope. Yep. And Frank Reich, who pushed for the trade last year, apparently apologized to Irsay after the season. So it got messy. Something happened in that organization.
Like Carson was that bad, but the thing about it is, we've talked about this before when he was off the Eagles, is like there's a lot of like not necessarily character issues, but like concerns about him in the locker room as far as being a
leadership
team player,
issues, his attitude, apparently his attitude towards being coached hard.
Things that
apparently
we don't
he wants
see on
to do
the
it
field.
his way.
Like, but those are relationships that he's dealing with, seeing those people every day, like, more than his family.
And I mean, dude plays reckless. This dude, like, this dude acts like it's fourth down every play, I feel. This dude, like, he's scrambling, he's taking unnecessary hits, he's making unnecessary throws, trying to be a hero.
I feel like I've heard him say that interview before. He's like, to me, he's fourth down every play. You gotta make a play. It's like, I feel like I can hear him say that.
In this case, it's a bad thing. This dude, like, he needs to settle down. He needs to chill. Let your coach work with you on what to do. Don't try to be a hero.
Well, good luck in Washington, where my most recent QB memory of anything out of Washington is Alex Smith tearing his leg apart. So
yeah,
good luck, Carson Wentz. I hope all is well, and I hope the same doesn't happen to you.
Nah, I mean, I don't want him to get hurt. I don't want him to get hurt like that or anything. But as of right now, I was a supporter of Carson. He the enemy now, bro. He in a division.
Exactly.
He the enemy.
Exactly.
We play him twice a year. You an enemy.
Now he's the enemy. It's like me with Brian Flores. Like when he's on the Dolphins, like I still like you, but you the enemy, man. I hope
you the enemy
now. Like it don't even matter. I don't care about what happened in the past. You against me now. So like, and now Brian Flores is gone. So like, I have no reason to like the Dolphins anymore. I'm back to full blown hating them, and I feel everything feels right.
And I mean, it was a crazy move. I was not expecting that. No, I don't think anybody was expecting. I mean, there was always the rumors about, they were unhappy with Carson, but there wasn't anything about like it was officially happening. Right. They're going to be trying to move Carson.
I feel like, the Washington it's been years. The Washington Commanders, now they got a new name, definitely got out on, like, they made out on that trade, if anything. They didn't give up too much. If it doesn't work out, they probably have no problem cutting him, just like releasing him or trying to trade him.
And that's what's crazy. They took on that contract as well. They didn't rework anything. They took on that big old contract that he had.
But I don't think it's guaranteed. You know, so like I
don't know.
I think there's only a certain amount that was probably guaranteed, especially like as far as like bonuses and signing and all that. So like they could probably cut him and be fine. You know,
and they were saying that was their third choice because they were in the Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson sweepstakes like hard. Apparently, they were offering a bunch of stuff.
Well, the thing is, they went out and they got a guy. Regardless of who it is, they did it. They did it. You know, they're not waiting around. You know, so Russ is off the board, Rodgers off the board. They went and made a move. So I commend them for that.
So we'll go into, and there's so much other news here. So we'll kind of go through. There's a lot of cap casualties here. Starting with one, the Arizona Cardinals released linebacker Jordan Hicks, former Super Bowl winning left linebacker for the Eagles.
Gone.
Cap casualty.
Go back to the Cardinals, or I mean not Cardinals, the Eagles. Stupid birds. All these birds.
You get a little old, and we do need linebackers though, so maybe.
But cap casualty.
Cap casualty. The Ravens released cornerback Tavon Young after 6 seasons. Cap casualty.
Cap casualty.
Dunzo. The Ravens also announced that offensive tackle Alejandro Villanueva. He announced his retirement after 7 years.
And I've always had fond memories because of watching Steelers games with Alex. Like, did he play on the Steelers at all? I feel like
Villanueva.
Yeah. I just clicked on it.
Yeah, because he went there after a year. He only had a year with the Ravens, I think, didn't he?
All I was thinking about was like I remember him matching up against like Steelers players and everything, but he did play with the Steelers as well. But that dude, he had the long hair and everything, so he was somebody I always remembered. 2 Pro Bowls for him, like, so congratulations on that career.
Yep. Pro Bowl left tackle Eric Fisher is not re-signing with the Colts. They could not come to terms with a contract, so he's going to hit free agency.
Former number 1 overall pick there.
Yep. So that's a nice little free agent that's out there now.
He's getting older, but definitely.
Yeah. Von Miller, another free agent, said that he wants to figure out things with the Rams first and foremost because they've been real good to him. If that doesn't happen, he's going to explore his options, and they're already, they're saying, hey, just go right back to Denver.
Yeah, because if they're getting Russ, they're going to probably be trying to, scoop up some talent, make a run for it. That's all you got to do.
Yeah. On the same day as the Russell Wilson trade, cap casualty, Seahawks informed 8-time All-Pro and Pro Bowl linebacker Bobby Wagner. Gone. Cut. We went to the Seahawks the same year as Russ, and they both left on the same day as well. Crazy.
That is some pretty crazy stuff right there, but cap casualty. Sorry, Bobby Wagner.
Cap cash.
Legion of Boom is officially donezo's.
Some re-signs. Titans signed offensive linebacker Harold Landry to a 5-year, $87.5 million deal.
Yeah, I saw that. That's a big,
includes
hefty
$52
contract.
million guaranteed.
Man,
crazy. Josh Gordon re-signed with the Chiefs. So Josh Gordon, he's still looking to try to get a Super Bowl.
They signed with okay.
Yeah, he re-signed with the Chiefs.
Cool. Good, because hopefully he's he gets back on the field. We talk about it every time. Just want to see him on the field. Want to see him successful.
Yeah.
It's not like he's doing this crazy. He's not out here beating nobody. I don't know. It's just get back on the field, get healthy, get whatever help you need. I want to see him out there catching footballs.
Yep. It's looking like Danny Nichols, Daniel Jones,
Danny Pennies.
Remember,
he didn't even. He's done so bad now on our show. He has lost the nickname Danny Nichols, which was already
Danny Pennies.
Yeah, he's Danny Pennies now, man. This dude.
Old Daniel Jones might be on his way out because apparently the Giants are very interested in Mitchell Trubisky as of right now. So that's looking like the most likely place for Mitchell right now, unless the Steelers try to go all in. But it looks like they may be going after a QB in the draft, from what I'm seeing.
It's so crazy the landscape that we have right now, where Carson Wentz and Trubisky and these are the quarterbacks that are getting. Oh my God! I'm glad we got my boy. That's all I'm saying is I'm glad you know how I feel.
Apparently we roll with Hurts, so I'm good with Hurts for another year.
Jalen, let's go. So we got our quarterbacks. I would hate to be out here.
That's one thing after the Russ thing is I'm like, we roll with Hurts.
Exactly.
No, I don't. And that's actually going to lead me into my next one here. Actually, apparently Friday, the district attorney investigating the Deshaun Watson is going to present their case to the grand jury. So we're going to see what's going to happen with the investigation. On the same day, apparently, is Watson's civil deposition. So he's going to be in court at the same time. Apparently, they tried to put a delay in it until Monday, but they were denied, and I guess Watson's going to plead the 5th. But they're going to present all the findings in the investigation here Friday. So we're going to be seeing what's going to happen with this case here shortly.
So we'll have a lot to talk about next Tuesday, or next episode as far as that one goes.
Yeah.
But
so I mean,
of those
there's a lot
cases,
of teams.
Did you
this
see?
Gets cleared,
did you see this wacky shit here with Jerry Jones?
Yeah, that happened today, right?
Yeah, apparently some woman is suing Jerry Jones, alleging that she is the daughter of her. His daughter. Like she's, and she was apparently like bound to some secrecy, confidentially,
some agreement.
Some agreement. And it's just some crazy stuff right now. It's
and like that he was going to support them or whatever.
Right. But like apparently he paid $375,000 in exchange for confidentiality, and it's just, I don't know, man. I would like to see where this goes, like if there's any merit to this, because this is crazy.
That's nuts.
It's just some Jerry. It's not like crazy, like he didn't hurt nobody necessarily, but like Jerry Jones just has another.
He's like, now you just gotta keep it quiet, all right?
It's just so ridiculous.
I'm sorry, I run a nice big football organization. I can't be having this leak out. I got a family of my own.
It's crazy how the NFL is like a soap opera, realistically.
It really is. And every year.
I love it. I fucking love it. So like this is the type of juicy drama that I love coming out. Like this is just like, oh my god, we'll see where this goes.
I feel like you get it more than even like more than basketball. Like you get like it's more like singular drama within basketball, where it's just like one player just has drama around them. Where it's like here you get it with everybody, bro.
Yeah, every team.
Somebody has a problem with this person. This person has a problem with this. They have a problem with the organization.
There's a ton of off the field shit, ton of
off the field shit.
Or in the offices type of stuff with Urban Meyer.
Like 10 years ago now or something, you saw those pictures Jerry Jones like leak out with the girls
with
and
the
stuff.
Strippers and stuff. It's just like, man. So
this is not hard to believe if this happened.
Exactly. This would not surprise me at all. I just thought it was crazy. I wanted to see if you heard about that at all.
Yeah, that is nuts.
Jerry Jones.
But back to the Deshaun Watson, I think that there's going to be a lot of teams that if this is cleared and say he is, he would be able to play or something. I don't think the Eagles, even if they wanted to, they do have 3 first. But I don't know if they're going to be able, like, as all in as some of these other teams. Apparently, the Panthers are going to, like, all in if, like, he's available. There's a couple other teams that are
Miami
as well.
Might be trying to get him.
Miami might be. But I don't know, man. I hope we just roll with Hurts at this point.
Yeah, I feel you. I know we're not trying to get him, so we're out of the sweepstakes on this
there's
one.
There's a ton of other guys we're going to get to here shortly that I would rather have.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of one here, apparently Seahawks are listening to offers on Tyler Lockett.
Ooh, interesting.
Nice veteran wide receiver out there.
Nice addition to the Patriots.
Yeah, so it's looking like they're going full rebuild. They're selling as of right now.
They're going to be huge sellers here going into this season, rebuild year. It's not going to be a retool. It looks like they're rebuilding.
Yeah, absolutely.
Trade your franchise quarterback.
Cap casualty. Broncos released the wide receiver Deshaun Hamilton today.
I mean,
gone. He had an ACL. I guess he had an torn ACL. He had last season, but he's going to be good to go here this coming season. Whoever wants him.
Okay.
Another cap casualty. Bills released linebacker AJ Klein.
Yeah, is he? How old is he?
It didn't say, but he only had $5.6 million. They cleared on his contract, so it wasn't much.
Okay.
My guess he's a little older.
But still, I mean, it's cap casualty, man. Getting some room, freeing up space, trying to get them free agents.
The Bucks and wide receiver Chris Godwin did not reach a long-term deal.
Nope.
Franchise tagged.
They're like, oh yeah, you don't want to sign on the deal? Okay.
Second year in a row.
Okay, tag. Go ahead. So now he's going to be getting the average, that like the top wide receivers are making, which is still
maybe
a ton of
if
money,
they can
but
work out a deal in the meantime. If not, he's gone next year.
Yep, exactly. But whoever they bring in has at least Godwin and Evans to throw through there,
Exactly. Bring back Jameis, maybe. Who knows?
I would love to see that.
Jaguars franchise tackle Cam Robinson for the second year, similar to Godwin. Tagged. Someone who was expected to get the tag, but they actually gave him the bag. Chargers wide receiver Mike Williams agreed to a 3-year, $60 million contract extension.
Oh shit! I didn't even see that. Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
So he got the bag. He didn't get tagged on this one.
He thought he was gonna get tagged, but instead he got the bag.
Lions re-signed wide receiver Josh Reynolds to a 2-year deal, $12 million.
Okay. That's a decent move for him, you know what I mean? What did you say, 1 year or 2 years?
2 year.
2 years, okay.
Yeah. Allen Robinson is gonna hit free agency.
Now, this my boy, this is what the grand prize is here. Okay.
Listen, my bird's trying to get Allen Robinson.
No.
Did he go to Penn State?
Yeah, he went to Penn State. I don't care.
Yeah, he's gonna come back to Pennsylvania.
Doesn't matter.
From Philadelphia.
Yeah, he's gonna come back to the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be over here because he's gonna come to New England. Okay.
No, you guys gonna pay for Amari Cooper. We gonna get Allen Robinson.
No. There is no way we are getting Amari Cooper. There is no way, and I hope not. I really genuinely hope we do not get Amari Cooper. This dude cannot catch a cold. I would hate to see us get Amari. That's the worst thing that we need to get for Mac Jones right now. I would hate that.
Get Amari Cooper.
Nah, Amari Cooper 5 years ago. That'd be cool, but nah.
Let's get some dudes in the draft. You'll be fine.
Nah, apparently
you don't need Allen Robinson. You let us sign Allen Robinson.
We are looking at wide receivers in the draft as well.
It'll be like our Alshon Jeffrey.
But I would love for us to sign Allen Robinson. I know a ton of teams are after him, like you said. So we'll see where he ends up. But I would love for the Patriots to sign him, man.
Yeah, I mean, I would love for Philly to sign him as well. He would go great with, Devontae right there across from him.
Right.
The Bucks are letting free agents. This is kind of a list of big name free agents that the Bucks are, possibly letting go here. Cornerback Carlton Davis, Leonard Fournette, Ronald Jones, Rob Gronkowski, Jordan Whitehead, the safety, and O.J. Howard.
Oh man, that's a ton of players. Ton of big names.
Players could be on their way out from the Bucks. So that that team that they kind of built in the past couple years could be all gone.
Yeah, but at least it's not going to necessarily cost them too much like it was costing the Rams,
that's true.
But they'll be able to rebound from this, they'll still be a middle of the pack team.
Yeah. Depending on who the QB is.
Yeah,
we'll see. Exactly.
Might be Heineke for all we know, something like that.
Ooh, yeah, you never know.
Jordan Love,
Gardner Minshew,
exactly.
I was gonna say I'm expecting the Eagles to trade Gardner Minshew.
Jimmy Garoppolo, maybe.
Jimmy Garoppolo,
but he's
linked. Jameis Winston.
He's linked to another team. Did you hear?
Huh?
Did you hear about what Jimmy Garoppolo's linked to? Apparently, it's gonna be announced Friday or something like that.
Who?
The Saints.
The Saints.
It's just a rumor, but they're saying that it's potentially gonna be announced Friday that he's gonna be getting traded or whatever, or however they're gonna do it. But if it happens, I'm just saying.
That's interesting.
I heard.
And then Trey Lance would just be the QB for the Niners at that point going forward.
Yep.
So, interesting.
Got a lot of moves, man. So
what are the Colts gonna do? They don't have a quarterback.
Now they don't got a quarterback. Now they
don't have a quarterback at all.
We'd rather not have a quarterback than have Carson Wentz.
Wait a minute. We don't have a backup player.
Maybe they're trying to get Deshaun Watson.
Someone call Phillip Rivers. Someone call Andrew Luck. See if he wants to come back yet or not.
Yo, that'd be so crazy if Andrew Luck came back. I would love that. I'd be like, yes.
That'd be what? That would. Oh my gosh, that would be crazy if he came back. Franchise tag, Dallas Cowboys tag, tight end Dalton Schultz.
Okay.
I don't even know who this dude was.
I think he's on defense, right? I might be wrong about
tight end.
that. Tight end? Dude, see, I was super wrong. I thought he was like a linebacker or something.
We talk about the Broncos a lot here. Apparently, Antonio Brown and Kanye West are extremely serious about buying the franchise.
Right. We'll see about that. we'll see what happens. But I saw that report as well. Apparently, they're trying to buy the Broncos, but
what's John Elway gonna do?
You know what's crazy? Is
he has to deal with Antonio Brown and Kanye West as the owners, and he's like, yeah, whatever. He's like,
how long do you think John Elway would have his job if Kanye and Antonio Brown are the owners?
He's just like, I fucking quit. I can't handle it.
That would be the crazy. You know what's crazy though is like those two almost are perfect for each other, and they're both crazy as shit. You know, so hey, what the thing about it is, one of them is gonna learn that the other one can't be trusted. You know what I mean? I don't know which way it's gonna go down, but one of them is gonna learn that the other one can't be trusted because he's gonna fucking do some backstabby bail. It's gonna be crazy. But
they go buy the team, and like halfway, 3/4 through the season is when it's gonna start following, similar to the Urban Meyer stuff.
Exactly. They're gonna get banned from the NFL or something. Yeah, it's gonna be.
They're gonna be forced to sell the team. Even Dan Snyder's like, damn.
These guys got strippers in the skybox, like stuff like that. You know, who knows?
Gotta be cool.
Who knows, man? But we'll see what happens. I just don't. It's like Kanye being president. Like it could happen, but I don't think it's going to.
I don't think it's gonna happen. The Bengals place franchise tag on safety Jesse Bates.
Okay.
The Dolphins place franchise tag on tight end Mike Gesicki.
Oh.
So he's staying there. They're not ready to throw the bag at him quite yet.
Couldn't get a deal done.
Tight end Jack Doyle from the Colts announced he's retiring from the NFL.
Interesting.
He's done.
Okay. He's been around for a minute, but it just seems like
he has been.
Not too long. It couldn't have been like longer than like 10 years, you know?
Yeah. Panthers are apparently getting calls for Christian McCaffrey, and they want a first and another piece in return.
That's
feeling a little much for the production over the past couple years.
Right. At very first, I thought about it. I was like, that doesn't seem like enough. But then I was like, wait a second. What has Christian McCaffrey done in the last 2 seasons?
You may be able to get a first for him.
Yeah.
I don't know if you get a first and another player, unless it's like, I don't know.
But even a first rounder now for Christian McCaffrey might be a risk.
A high second, maybe.
Yeah, like 2.
And a third.
I'll give you a second and a third, and my third string running back.
Yeah, here's a running back.
There you go. Give me McCaff.
One of the big name wide receivers that people were trying to maybe get this off season, gone. Suspended. You donezo. Calvin Ridley suspended for the 2022 season for betting on NFL games.
$1,500.
He spent bet only $1,500. He said, but that was enough to get you gone for the year. He's able to apply for reinstatement on or after February 15th, 2023, and he can also appeal this as of right now. Which, I mean, he already admitted fault to it. Yeah. I don't know if he's going to appeal to try to get it lowered or not. But man,
it is what it is. I think this happens a lot more than they get caught for. And I don't think anybody's out here necessarily fixing games per se. But, like, I think there are NFL players that, especially with how often there's ads everywhere for it, it's so easy to, like, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And apparently he got caught because he was going, it wasn't like FanDuel or anything, it was another sports book.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently NFL partnered with like this app or this system called Genius that if it recognizes, an NFL player's name or, information, it automatically sends it back to them and it pings them.
Yeah.
So, and that's how they picked it up. So I'm sure that there's ways that they can get around this, like maybe like using someone else's account.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking about. Like, because is it illegal for my wife to bet on games, or you know what I mean, or my adult son or something? Like, is there, you know what I mean? So I don't know.
Yeah,
it's
and I mean,
kind of dumb.
And this actually sparked a lot of controversy, not because of what he did really, but it's really like the more so the the length of the punishment. They're suspending him a full season, where as opposed to some of these other punishments for arguably a lot worse things have been a lot less.
Yeah, like beating women
like beating
games.
women,
Like,
domestic violence.
what? That dude should be banned from the NFL. What do you mean 4 games? But you gave this dude a year for betting on a couple games.
Exactly.
You know,
so I mean, that's really what sparked. That was the conversation after this, came out and the punishment was released.
Mm-hmm.
I think they really need to kind of go back to the drawing board and figure out this whole punishment situation. Like, they need to get their priorities straight when it comes to these kinds of things.
It's more of the NFL being ass backwards.
Yeah, absolutely. So the NFL informed teams the other day that the 2022 salary cap is going to be $208 million, up $25 million from the last year. So it's bouncing back slowly but surely from COVID.
Okay.
Patriots. Oh, I'll save that for you guys later. I know you're going to talk about that here. The
right.
Browns, they placed a franchise tag on David Njoku.
Yeah, I saw that as well. That's a good move for them. It's a piece you want to keep around. Even though he's been hurt, if he's healthy, he's a great piece.
Yeah, that's a big piece for them. And who knows, there's rumors that they could be moved. I saw a rumor about, them trying to trade for Carr. Maybe a Baker for Carr trade or something.
Oh, God, the Browns. Oh, my God, they're so dumb. I want to see Baker stay there, even though I don't think Baker's the greatest quarterback or anything. He's the best quarterback they've had in the last 20 years, man. Like,
oh, absolutely.
Keep Baker, just
dude
let him
playing
develop.
With like a torn up shoulder, he's hanging there. Help me!
I would hate to see them trade Baker.
Matt Stafford and the LA Rams are apparently working on a contract that could go as high as $45 million per year.
Damn, Super Bowl winning quarterback now. You might as well.
Super Bowl winning quarterback.
He earned it.
Amazon is expected to sign ESPN's Kirk Herbstreit as a main analyst for Thursday Night Football.
Oh, nice. Okay. I see him usually on College Game Day and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
he's coming to the NFL now. Thursday Night Football.
Okay.
Odell Beckham Jr. is expected to avoid free agency and re-sign with the Rams.
Okay. So they're probably trying to do what like the Bucks did, try to get everybody back and go for it again.
Try to run it back. Kansas City Chiefs franchise tagged offensive tackle Orlando Brown.
Makes sense. They need to shore up that. He was running way too much last year.
Yeah.
He was running way too much. Pat Mahomes.
Packers released linebacker Zadarius Smith. Cap casualty. Sorry. Cap casualty. You're gone. Cowboys approached DeMarcus Lawrence about taking a pay cut, and he refused, apparently.
Like, yo, how would you like to make less money?
What? You really just asked me that?
Like, get the fuck out of my face.
Get out of my face. I feel like that's with DeMarcus Lawrence. That's exactly what he told him too. Fuck out of my face.
He probably said that too. He's like, how long I've been playing football? Come on now, get out of here.
Free agent safety Tyrann Mathieu is expected to test the open market.
Yeah, so that'd be interesting to see where he goes. It just seems like he was enjoying Kansas City, so it'd be interesting to see where he goes.
Absolutely. Maybe come to them Eagles. Maybe don't throw him a huge bag, but come to them Eagles, man.
Yeah, I don't know if he's. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. Maybe he's just trying to see what's out there.
Yeah.
See what the offers are.
Because he definitely still got it,
Arizona Cardinals are not expected to re-sign Chandler Jones. This has been kind of in the works, I feel. We talked about this for a while.
Excellent. You know where he's going.
Patriots.
We gonna get him back just like last year when we re-signed Jamie Collins and Kyle Van Noy. But Kyle Van Noy did get released. We'll get to that. But we re-signed Jim Collins, Kyle Van Noy. We're gonna go ahead and bring back a man, Chandler Jones. Come on, come home, buddy. So, but Belichick's forgiven you for asking for a crazy deal. So come back. Or that was Jamie Collins and Chandler Jones. He shipped them both off for asking for crazy deals. But come home.
They did. And there's somebody else that we're going to get to as well because they want a crazy deal as well with the Patriots.
Yeah.
But the Bills, they granted permission for Cole Beasley to seek a trade. They said, go ahead.
Hey.
But they also said that if he wants to come back, the door's not closed. So.
Okay. So they're just trying to... He maybe just wants to gauge his interest to see what's available for him.
Yeah. The Cowboys are prioritizing a long-term deal with Michael Gallup instead of him hitting a free agency. And that's most likely due to the other news within the Cowboys they, are most likely either trading or releasing Amari Cooper,
Right.
which we kind of talked about earlier. I said about, how Patriots to go after him.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I mean, they traded first round pick for him in 2018, and then gave him $100 million deal in 2020, and now they're trying to move on from
going to
him.
get rid of him. So
yeah, he had two over 1,000-yard seasons for him. He caught 27 touchdowns.
Just I don't know, man. I don't trust him. I don't trust
him either.
Amari Cooper.
I'm good on that.
I'm good. I don't like it.
NFL and NFLPA agreed to suspend all aspects of the joint COVID-19 protocol effective immediately. So going into this next season, don't even have to worry about COVID protocols. They're not even a thing anymore.
It's
Nobody
just
getting
like
tested.
Normal stuff because everybody's vaxxed, so just normal football. No,
They're trying to get it back to normal.
Right. I wonder if they're going to still have like the contact tracing and things like that.
I doubt it. I'm guessing that's part of the protocols. So
Yeah.
Everything's going to back to normal after a couple of years finally.
As normal as it can be.
Just a little bit of normalcy. Panthers are open to re-signing quarterback Cam Newton. Remains to be seen if it's either a backup role or a starting role. My guess is that depends on if they're able to get anybody here this offseason.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, but we'll see what happens. Cam's still. We'll see. The thing about him is, like, I think he's still got the talent, but I just feel like it's kind of downhill from here.
Yeah, agreed. Browns being the Browns are likely to they're saying they're likely to release or trade Jarvis Landry here before the season. They would save $14 million on the cap.
Damn. $14 million just for Jarvis.
Yeah. So Jarvis Landry, that's another wide receiver that could be had. I
don't know if the Patriots would sign him, but
yeah,
he's going to be signed somewhere. It'd be nice to see him in Baltimore or something like that.
Yeah. We keep talking about how some of these like higher profile wide receivers need to go to Baltimore.
It's interesting that Lamar hasn't signed an extension yet.
That's true.
What I mean? Like, does he?
We were talking about it this time last year,
right? Like, does he want to get out of there? Does he potentially want to leave Baltimore? Or are they going to be able to finally bring some pieces in for him to be successful? So we'll see.
You just hop on the highway for an hour and a half or so. Go to Philly, bro. We got you.
Or you could just hop on the highway for about 5-6 more hours and just go all the way up to Foxborough, buddy. You
guys got Mac Jones. You all right? Don't worry about it.
Yeah, Mac Jones
That's your future.
Can't do what Lamar does.
We got cap casualty here. The Giants cut running backer Devontae Booker.
Oh, man. Okay.
Gone. Tight end Kyle Rudolph, who was also cut from the Giants. And he also said he's not retiring, and he wants to continue playing, but he was cut from the Giants.
I was going to say, didn't he retire?
Didn't he retire before? Yeah, then he came back, signed with the Giants.
So he's like, oh, no, I'm not done. I'm back. Fuck it.
Yeah, but he was cut by the Giants. He was a cap casualty.
Cool.
Arizona Cardinals coach Cliff Kingsbury and GM Steve Keim have both agreed to terms on contract extensions.
Okay.
And that's the last bit of NFL news here that I'm willing to share as of right now. I got a couple, like a little minor thing here. I don't know if you saw this. It was pretty crazy. Deion Sanders had 2 toes amputated, bro.
What? For what?
Apparently had to do with blood clots stemming from a previous surgery on his foot.
Interesting.
Yeah. And they were saying, like, they were talking about, like, maybe having to take toes. And then they said if they let it go or whatever, they ought to take his leg up to his knee. And said, take the toes.
Oh, so, my God.
Yeah. So, Deion, that's why, like, you saw, I don't know if you saw him, like, apparently last year during college football season, he was on that scooter.
Yeah.
Around. Yeah, it was, like, from that surgery, apparently.
Okay.
But yeah, they had to take 2 of his toes off. I'm like, holy hell, Deion.
Well, at least that, other than his whole leg, so I mean, hope he's all right. That's crazy.
Yeah, I thought that was really wild, man.
That is wild, dude. Damn.
And just I mean, this is kind of NFL news, I guess. The combine was this past week. Apparently, this is the fastest wide receiver class and fastest O-line class in NFL Combine history since 2003.
Damn. These players, see, I wanted to say like these players are getting bigger and faster every year, but since 2003, Jesus, like, so this is like a oddity almost, like.
Yeah.
Hey,
it's just physical specimens now, man.
I hope we get this Chris Olave, someone from the Buckeyes. I would love to see that, or the Alabama wide receiver. I forget his name, but I'm really hoping that the Patriots sign a wide receiver in this draft here.
Yeah, I mean, the Eagles are looking. I'm hoping they're maybe either get like a linebacker, maybe defensive end, maybe a corner. But I have been hearing a lot of things about them getting another wide receiver, at some point. Because it's looking like Rager might be. They're trying to get him out of there as well.
Right.
So last official NFL thing here, just some information. Legal tampering is 5 days away from now. Free agency is 7 days, and the NFL draft is 50 days away. So
50,
we're close.
Damn, it seems like the NFL draft is closer than that.
Yeah, so
50.
I mean, we roll in here in this off season.
Jeez. All right. Well, at least we got free agency coming up.
Not NFL, but this is football related. We talk about Arch Manning every now and then on here. He's going to be a future, multi Super Bowl winning quarterback in the NFL. Apparently, he narrowed down his college selections to Alabama, Florida, Georgia, LSU, Ole Miss, and Texas.
I hope he goes to Alabama. Because that'll just add to his legacy, like we were saying. He's going to be a multiple Super Bowl winning quarterback. You might as well win a couple of national championships with Nick Saban and Alabama while you're at it, So, like,
you learn, because not only that, you're learning everything under all the your Manning family.
Mm-hmm.
The best of the best, and then you're going to go to college and then learn under Nick Saban, who's the best of the best.
Then go to the NFL and just be fully groomed for whoever.
Exactly. And who knows where he goes, like what the coaching staff's like there. If they have someone dope as well, they can groom him for the NFL even more.
Right.
Like
a Kyle Shanahan or something,
Yeah. Maybe it'll go, like, if Peyton's involved with an NFL team at that point, they'll be in a position to get him or something.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, sorry, man, we gotta cut you now. You're not doing so well. We traded you. You're my uncle.
Like, sorry, buddy. Sorry, little buddy.
Sorry, little buddy.
You're going the way of Josh Rosen.
So before we go into the NBA news, we just might as well hit on this quick. The MLB and the MLBPA still haven't reached an agreement.
Surprise!
As of right now, they have now officially canceled 2 more series. So now it's the first two full weeks of the regular season done with. Now that's been canceled.
Baseball. And apparently they're like negotiating all these crazy rules and rule changes.
I had a couple of those here too. Apparently they agreed to implement a pitch clock, ban shifts, and make the bases larger starting in 2023.
Which is very interesting, like,
it's weird.
I'm not a big enough baseball fan to know what really 2 of those changes do. I know about the pitch clock because that's just going to speed the game up, but like, what's a shift and what is making the bases larger going to accomplish?
I don't know if you saw it. I saw the picture of what the different bases are going to look like, and they don't really. I mean, you can tell they are bigger, but they're really not that much bigger than the regular one than they are now. So I don't really get what the point of that is.
Interesting. And they still haven't come to agreement, so there's something else holding it all up, so
yeah,
who knows?
So there is that. But we can roll right into the NBA news here, and your NBA hot and not list. You can lead us off here, Vern.
Oh yeah, so this week we got surprising team at number 1, Minnesota Timberwolves. They're on a 5-game winning streak, man. They are killing it lately. They're 8-2 over the last 10 games. They've been tearing it up. Minnesota. And then
that's a hot team.
Number 2, I had Dallas, who's on a 5-game winning streak as well. They're 8-2 over the last 10. They've been tearing it up as well. Milwaukee, 5-game winning streak. They're 6-4 over the last 10, but they're winning. 5-game winning streak, keeping them in contention there in the East there. And then I had Boston, who's on a 4-game winning streak here.
Yeah, Boston's been tearing it up here lately.
They've been great. They've been great all year. Every week we talk about this. Like they are playing nothing but up basketball. Like from the beginning of the season to now, they're just doing nothing but getting better. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think their record here recently is like 14-3 or something, or 13-3 or something. It's crazy.
They're getting hot at the perfect time here, where they're figuring things out, clicking. They should be a dangerous team in the playoffs.
It's looking like it.
Then Denver on a 3-game winning streak, but they're 9-1 over the last 10 games. They've been killing it, man. And then as my consolation here, I had Miami, who's on a 3-game winning streak. They're 8-2.
Yeah, Miami's been looking pretty nice here.
Mm-hmm. Which they're number 1 in the East right now.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, they do hold the number 1 spot. We actually have seen a little bit of a change there in the East since the All-Star break.
Mm-hmm. But my not list. Okay, so I got Portland on here. All right, they're 4-6 over the last 10, 5-game losing streak, and I made this list before tonight. I made it a little bit earlier today, so Chicago was on it.
Hey man, I expected them to be. They were on a 5-game losing streak.
They were on a 5-game losing streak. They did get a win tonight, so they're 6-4 over the last 10. But like I said, they were on 5 games, so I'm gonna mention it. But they did get a win tonight.
Yeah,
then
they deserve to be on that list.
OKC, well, the Lakers deserve to be on this list. I don't know how. See, the thing is, we'll lose 3 and then win 1, and then lose 2 and win 1. So we're never on this list. But anyway, Indiana or OKC is on a 3-game losing streak. They're 3-7. You're not very good right now. Indiana, 3-game losing streak, 3-7. Toronto, 3-game losing streak, 3-7. And then as a consolation here, this team is only on a 1-game losing streak, but they are 1-9 over the last 10 games, and they deserve to be on this list. Houston.
Oh yeah, I was waiting for it.
Houston.
Waiting for it.
They're only on a 1-game losing streak, but they're 1-9.
Where's Houston?
Houston forever on this list. Okay, but that's all I had for my hot and not this week here.
Okay. As of tonight, the Phoenix Suns are the first team to clinch a playoff spot.
Yep. What's that? 53 wins already? Something like that? 50.
I do have it up here. 1 second.
It's ridiculous.
Keeps switching. Yeah, 53-13 right now, man. Outrageous.
13. Man. But they're just going to be just as dangerous this year here.
Yeah.
You know?
They're by far the best team. Every single other team in the NBA has more than 20 losses.
Yeah, and they haven't even
13.
hit 15 yet.
Yeah. So I mean, that's the team, you know. And it's so crazy because they're the best team in the NBA, but nobody's talking about them.
Right.
Like I feel like they're not. They were just in the finals last year, and then they're the best team again this year, and nobody's really talking about them. It's crazy.
It's ridiculous, man. And the thing about them is they have looks like a top 6 offense and a top 6 defense.
Well, yeah, and Booker just missed like 5 games,
right,
due to like protocols.
It's ridiculous.
They just came back.
They're killing it, man. They're killing it. So congratulations to Phoenix, man. We'll see what happens in the playoffs. You know, teams always lose. The best teams seem to lose. You know, sometimes, but we'll see what happens, man.
Yeah, they're gonna be dangerous.
Memphis is another team. They're on their heels. They're looks like 8 games back, but Memphis is a good team as well.
Yeah, and Ja has been playing unreal basketball as of lately, man.
Mm-hmm.
In other news, Kings center Domantas Sabonis been suspended 1 game for aggressively confronting and making contact with an official.
1 game, not too bad. You can't do it.
Can't do it. Golden State Warriors are meeting and working out free agent Tyreek Evans, who was just recently reinstated here, you know, after that suspension we talked about a week or so ago.
Mm-hmm.
ESPN re-signed the GOAT, Doris Burke, to a contract extension.
Hell yeah, Drake's somewhere clapping right now.
Her multi-year agreement includes ESPN's high-profile games through the regular season NBA playoffs, the NBA Finals, and NBA Sunday Showcase on ABC.
Awesome.
Yeah, so it's great seeing her get that extension there. She's going to be running them NBA games. Draymond Green is planning a return from injury on March 14th. So Golden State getting some help. Getting some more help back.
They just had Jackie Moon come out, you know.
I saw, Jackie Moon was out there
just ran out with them. Started doing warm-ups. I was like, what the hell?
I saw he made like a half-court shot. Did you see that?
Yeah, he drained it. It's like,
Jackie Moon.
This dude actually got some skills.
Greg Popovich is only 2 wins away from surpassing Don Nelson for the most wins all time as a head coach.
Yeah, I think he just tied it
He just tied it
last night when they beat us.
Okay,
or 2 nights ago.
One more win.
Right.
One more win. Bad news for a good, surprising good team here this year. Cleveland Cavaliers All-Star center Jarrett Allen suffered a fractured finger and expected to be sidelined indefinitely.
Oh man, hopefully he's back in time for playoffs. I mean, I see they're sliding down the standings here, but it looks like they're in 6th. But still, they're, like you said, they're a team that's been overachieving all year. It would be nice to see them in the playoffs, at least kind of enjoy the fruits of your labors.
Yeah, exactly. Pelicans Zion Williamson is returning to New Orleans after spending time in Portland for rehab. Apparently, he's cleared to progress in basketball activities. So they're going to be warming him up. You might be finally seeing Zion here trying to make a playoff push for these New Orleans Pelicans.
Finally. Jeez, man. I've been waiting. They're in the playoff bubble right now. In the play-in game. They're in the 10th slot. But
they're fighting with you and
in the Clippers,
with Lakers, right?
Well, actually, just us and the Spurs, because it looks like Minnesota and the Clippers are at 7 and 8, and they're good, almost 10 games ahead of us. So
you guys.
The Lakers aren't even going to make the playoffs, man. It's going. Oh my God, we'll get to that.
Victor Oladipo finally made his return here with the Heat on Monday night, and he doesn't look too bad, but it's that's just another piece out there for the Heat.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Harris from the Nets is out for the remainder of the season with ankles. He underwent an ankle surgery.
Yeah, we talked about this a little bit ago, a couple weeks ago. We didn't know if it was going to be out for the season or not, but
yeah. Fortunately, it is. NBA is considering Seattle and Las Vegas as a potential destination for expansion teams.
Yep,
they're saying
saw this coming.
Seattle, man, don't do it, Vegas. We talk about this with the NFL. Only bad things happen in Vegas.
Yeah.
Trouble happens. So, best bet, bring it back to Seattle.
I would love to see basketball back in Seattle, but I feel like Vegas is going to win.
Oh, I feel like it too. It's just bound to happen.
Mm-hmm.
DeAndre Jordan, we talked about, was waived by the Lakers. We officially signed with the 76ers.
Yep. Trying to latch on for a championship.
Trying to. Toronto Raptors forward OG Anunoby is expected to be sidelined for 2 weeks to rest a fractured finger.
Okay. Not too long.
Let me see here. And the Kings have clinched their 16th consecutive losing season. And that's the most in a row in NBA history.
Oh, God. And they're not even the worst team in the West this year. They still got Oklahoma City and Houston below them. Oh, man.
But that's all the NBA news I have here this week. We can go right into our bias bubbles here. Vern, what you got for us this week?
So as far as my Lakers, since we're talking about basketball, Westbrook is sick and tired of all this harassment, and it's
ridiculous, man.
Every time, like, since we got Westbrook, I've been like, oh, just he's got some turnovers. We'll figure it out. Like, I've never been a hater of Russell Westbrook.
I know.
I hate how he's getting booed by fans. They're just like, I've never called him Westbrook.
It's going too far.
It's going way too far, So hopefully the fans tame it down a little bit, because the fact that he's even got to say something, it's just going too far, man.
Yeah.
LeBron did miss one game with I think it was a knee soreness, but he's back.
Yeah.
He's back for tonight's game. I forget who we play. Let me just double check that.
Saw you guys. It's not going to be good. I saw you guys are trying to get rid of Russ as soon as possible.
The Rockets. We lost to the Rockets tonight. Oh my God,
man.
This team.
On the not list right away.
This team, the Lakers are on the not list this week. They're only on a 2-game losing streak, and I'm putting them on the not list. That's ridiculous. I can't believe it. Oh my God!
Did you see that? I saw a highlight of it. Did you see? Who was it? Oh, who's the one shooting? I think it's shooting guard or point guard for the Rockets. Oh man,
Jalen Green.
Oh, who was it? That's gonna bother me, man. I don't know, but he got faked. He got pump faked, and he got juked out of his shoes, LeBron, and then he got a 3 sunk on him, and it was nasty.
Man, LeBron only had 23 points, but he had 14. He had triple-double, 23, 14, and 12.
Doing everything he can out here.
He is doing everything he can. We still lost to the Rockets. We ain't going nowhere, man. This season's over. This season's a wash. I forgot what I was even talking. See, like, the next thing on my list here is playoffs look bleak, and that explains it right there. We lost to the Rockets today. I don't even need to elaborate more on that. And here's another thing. Frank Vogel is expected to be fired after this season. At this point, I want Frank Vogel to be fired, man. You ain't doing it. You're not cutting it. I'm sorry. Get out of here. Get out of here. Oh, God. I didn't even know we lost to the Rockets. Now I got to refocus.
It's not looking good for them Lakers.
It's not at all. This is looking like the years where we didn't have Kobe, in between Kobe and LeBron type of thing there. We're just setting... Oh, God. Whatever. As far as my Patriots, more bad news for you, okay? We're not tagging J.C. Jackson, so he's going to be a free agent. He's going to be gone.
Yeah, and we mentioned this, another player on the Patriots that wants the bag. Bill's like, oh, you want some money, huh?
Oh, you want pay?
You want to go to Cleveland, huh?
I could get some 21-year-old to do exactly what you do.
Exactly.
It's just ridiculous, but Belichick, whatever. We'll see what happens. It ends up working out for him most of the time, but we don't got Tom Brady no more, so we'll see what happens.
I saw that he wants to be the highest paid corner in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I don't think he's necessarily the best, but his stats reflect, where he should probably be getting some good money. But I don't know about the most, so we'll see what happens with that. The Patriots did release Kyle Van Noy. I love Kyle Van Noy.
Come to Philly. I'm cool with Kyle Van Noy.
Speaking of Philly, you know who is coming to Philly?
Tom Brady.
We ain't done talking about it.
I was gonna send you this article I saw.
Tom Brady only has his TB12 facilities in Foxborough and Tampa Bay, cities that he's played football. He is now making his first TB12 facility outside of those two cities in South Philly. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I don't know why.
I feel like Tom hates Philly, so it's odd that he's like, yeah, we'll open up a TB12 facility in Philly.
Maybe there's a good market there for what he's selling.
Eagles players will start going using TB12 method or something.
Yeah, exactly. And then James White plans to return after getting healthy, so that's good news there. And Jacoby Myers is pretty much a deadlock on returning as well, with us retaining Jacoby Myers. So if we can get Allen Robinson or something, it'd be nice, man. Jacoby Myers and Mac Jones had a good connection there last year, so I can't wait to see what happens going forward, just as they get more and more connected, more and more time
together. You hear anything
together.
On your other receiver? That there was like rumors about him getting traded, and then that didn't happen?
What's his name? Good. I know you're talking about. I've pushed him so far out of my mind.
I know. I haven't heard his name in a long time.
Oh, God, I don't remember who... Oh, God. It doesn't even matter. I haven't heard nothing about him, dude. Nothing about him. All that's... N'Keal Harry. Yep. I have no idea what the status on him is, so I'll look that up before next week and let you know as far as what's going on. There was
rumors like in the middle of the season that like he wanted out.
Right.
And then that kind of like diminished. Haven't heard anything
We were going to trade him before the season and didn't, so I don't know what's going on with that, but I did see that we're trying to retain Jacoby Myers, so at least we get that. But that's all I had there.
Okay. I only have like one thing here for the Eagles, really. At the Combine, Howie Roseman and Nick Sirianni had an interview, and they were asking, obviously, about the quarterback situation. Howie Roseman said there's no doubt about it. Nothing's changed. Jalen Hurts is the starting quarterback for this season. Do I believe him? I never believe Howie Roseman. So, I mean, I want to believe him.
I'd say I trust him like 80%.
Especially now with Russ going to, Denver and everything.
Yeah.
I don't expect this Deshaun Watson thing to be settled or, I don't think he's getting traded anywhere. If he does, I don't think it's going to be Philly at this point. So, roll with Jalen Hurts. Why not?
Exactly.
The next stuff I have is just pretty much Bulls updates. Alex Caruso been cleared for contact and he's able to participate in practice. They're saying he could be back at practice Friday, playing next week. So That's going to be a huge boost, especially on defense, which is what the Bulls needed here. So they're saying he could be back as early as next week. Patrick Williams could be cleared for full contact any day now, they're saying. So he may be back here maybe in the next 2 weeks. So Patrick Williams will be back. Lonzo Ball apparently is practicing non-contact at the facility. and they're saying he's going to be hopeful here by the end of March.
Awesome.
So Bulls could be fully healthy here by the end of the month.
Getting back to full strength.
Exactly. So that's exactly what they need as of right now, because they went from first to fourth in the seeding with, that 5-game skid that they had.
You know how the East is right now, so going only down the fourth isn't too bad. You're still only, 2 or 3 games out of first? 2.5?
Yeah, that's...
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the point I was going to make, is it's so close as of right now. I mean, you got Miami at 1 now. They got 44 wins. Milwaukee's got 42, and then it's Philly, Chicago, and Boston with 40. So they're all tied. So 3, 4, and 5 are all tied as of right now.
Right. So it's gonna be a tight race for seeding.
Yeah, and then you got Cleveland at 6, who they got 38. So I mean, it's Cleveland's a little behind. They're slipping now with Jared Allen being out.
Right.
But yeah, that those first 5 seeds there in the East they're going to keep maneuvering here by the end, going towards the end of the season into the playoffs. It's going to be pretty interesting.
Right.
But the Bulls, I'm excited, try to get this team fully healthy, back to normal finally. I feel like it's been like months. It's been forever since I saw Alonzo out on the court and Caruso. And they were playing great with a fully healthy team. So get them back, kind of get the team gelling a little bit going into the playoffs, try to do some damage.
Especially with DeMar playing the way that he's playing, man.
Yeah, and that's actually going to lead into the last thing I had here. Luka Doncic and DeMar DeRozan were named Players of the Month for February.
Nice. Well-deserved, man. He was killing it, setting records.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's actually, one of the reasons they won the night against. Yeah. He had another, fourth quarter crazy game. He's king of the fourth, man.
Mm-hmm. King of the fourth.
King of the fourth. Yeah, I'm wearing my DeMar jersey tonight. So, I mean, DeMar, he's hooping.
Hell yeah. I don't even want to wear my Lakers jersey.
Man, I didn't want to wear my jerseys at all lately. They win and they back in that win column, though, so we good.
Yeah. Somehow Lakers beat Golden State the other night. LeBron dropped 56 points. Well, we didn't talk about that. LeBron did have a 50-burger this week, and then we lost to the Rockets.
LeBron can't drop a 50-burger every night, man.
It's ridiculous. Anthony Davis, I changed my tune. I'm not even done. I guess I'm not done. Anthony Davis.
You changed your mind?
If you asked me, I forget what you asked me. You're like,
I asked you, do you think, or do you want Anthony Davis to be traded this offseason? Do you think he's going to be gone?
I think.
Or do you want him to be gone?
Me, if I would rather have LeBron or AD right now, going forward, something like that.
I think
it was something like that, and I said LeBron all day, or no, I said AD all day because he's younger. No, I changed my mind. Alex is right. This dude. What's Charles Barkley calls him street clothes. That's his nickname, the street clothes, because he's never playing. When he's playing, he's great. But what's the best ability? Availability.
Yeah.
I changed my mind on Anthony Davis. If I'm a nobody. You don't got to prove nothing to me. But he could be redeemed in my mind if he plays a full season, or at least a good chunk of of a full season. But to me, I've seen it now for 2-3 years where he's always hurt, man. We won the chip the one year when he was healthy, but otherwise.
I mean, didn't he was hurt going into the playoffs, and then he came back for the playoffs,
exactly.
To win the chip.
So thank God we had him, but
you kind of lucked out with the timing at that point.
Rant over. I would rather have an old LeBron James getting hurt every 3 weeks, but missing only 1 or 2 games than oh, God.
I mean, you see it. He's still capable of doing it. Dropping triple doubles, 30, 40 points, 50-point games and stuff. He's just at that age now where he can't do that consistently night in and night out,
Yeah, exactly.
But that's all the news that we have this week. You know what time it is. We're going to go to the crazy sports stat fact of the podcast. We're going to stick with the NBA here and actually a former Laker. In 2013, Marc Gasol made the All-NBA Defense Second Team, but won Defensive Player of the Year award.
What?
Yeah, he was Defensive Player of the Year, and then he made all the NBA Defensive Second Team. Yeah.
How? That committee had that all messed up. They must have completely forgot about him as far as the All NBA teams, like, you know, where they're like, oh man, we got to make sure Gasol's all here. Dude won MVP this year. Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, he won Defensive Player of the Year, and in the same year he made the All NBA Defensive Second Team somehow. Well, I don't know why wouldn't you put him on the first team?
Somehow, that's ridiculous. Jeez.
Yeah,
I
thought that was a pretty crazy stat.
That is pretty crazy.
But that's the show for this week. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to check out all the content across our channel. Got a lot more coming for you. Make sure to follow us at Squad Pod Sports on Twitter, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of other crazy news here by next week, especially in the NFL world.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot to talk about in the NFL next week, the next couple weeks here.
Yeah, absolutely. So stay tuned for that. And until then, we'll see everybody later.
Peace.